Again, on the Minute Cryptic website, I'll try not to move very much because I have that very uncomfortable light in my back, but well, it's night and I have to do it this way. Let's go to the Cryptic Minis, and it is unopened from March 13. Today's March 14th, but well, this is the moment I found to do it live. Let's see, by Liam Ronalds, Begin Puzzle. Maybe is there a way to make it more readable? Yes, I think this way I can make it bigger here, so it's more readable to the possible viewers. Yes, this should work. Yeah, that should work. So, even a bit more, a bit bigger than that. Yes, my face is not that important, and anyway, we have it up here. So, tender side of beef I had shortly. Tender side, well, this is not that symmetric. That's interesting. Tender side of beef I had shortly. Tender side of beef I had. Well, tender or tender side must be the definition, and then beef I had shortly must be beef I had. I had is like I'd, so that's shortly. But beef I had. Tender side, well, let's see what else we can do with the rest. Insults heartless boss behind tavern. Insults heartless boss must be BS. But BS is, yeah, boss without the heart. Or maybe insults heartless, which would be like insults or ints or s. Or heartless boss would be BS, but that means nothing. Behind tavern, a tavern is a pub, so pubs with double B, I don't get it. Let's see what else we can do. Lando or Matilda hides just beyond my threshold. Well, Lando Calrissian from Star Wars, but I suppose that just the needed words to hide something. Just me behind my threshold, it should be a doormat. A doormat is just beyond the threshold. If you cross your door, your threshold from home, you find the doormat in front. So we confirm that D, and this is doormat. Good. That should help with this. Revolting jewelry worn around nostril now and then. Now and then must be an indicator to check every second letter. So double, but then we need an O here, revolting jewelry, worn around nostril now and then. So it's like a piece of jewelry here with a piercing, and someone is not very alright about it because they find it revolting. Revolting jewelry worn around nostril now and then. Let's check it later. Tastes casing of sausages eating enough. Tastes must be the definition. Casing of sausages. The casing of sausages must be a double S or SAES. Eating enough. Enough is too much. But it should be that, like the extremes of sausages. So we replace the internal part of sausages with a synonym for enough, but I don't get what it is. Let's keep trying. Truth is, despite everything, Seder faces ups and downs. Truth is, despite everything, Seder faces ups and downs. Well, all right, yes, Seders have difficult lives, I suppose. But it is, truth is, despite everything, Seder faces ups and downs. Truth, despite everything, Seder faces ups and downs. Faces, it's tides. All right, it's tides. Yes, if you take the faces of the words truth is, despite everything, Sailor, we get TIDES, which is the word tides, and tides are ups and downs of the sea. So very well. This is Bored Lawyer's first interjection to unlawful riddle. Bored Lawyer's first interjection to unlawful riddle. Bored must be the definition because it ends in D, so I suppose this is an E, but let's try. Lawyers first should be an L and then an interjection to unlawful riddle. Interjection like how or oh, something like that. Let's leave it like that for now. Let's see here. Decline party invitation despite initially circling back. Let's see. Decline party invitation despite initially circling back. I will ignore this L. Decline party invitation despite initially circling back. Initially, to take the initial words of despite or circling, and back should be about taking something back. Circling back. Dip. No, I don't know. And this is the last one. We haven't seen this one. Legendary flyers power usage rises by the second. Legendary flyers power usage rises by the second. A legendary flyer must be like a Pegasus. Yes. Oh, yes. Rises. Oh, I love the indicator of rises here. Rises tells us to read it upwards because it's a down clue. So it's power is P, a symbol for power in physics equations. Usage, but we rise it. We write usage from down up. U-S-A-G-E. And we get Pegasus, and then the final S is just the letter for second. And the second, by the second next to the letter for second, which is an S used in physics, formulas. Revolting jewelry. Jewelry is usually rings. So let's see if we can find these. And also it makes sense because if the definition is revolting, then it makes sense that a synonym of revolting ends in R-I-N-G. Revolting jewelry, jewelry's ring, worn around nostril now and then. Nostril could be, ring is around this, so the R is the first one. And nostril now and then is every second word of the word nostril, which is O-T-I. O-T-I? Or around nostril now and then. Or N-S-R. No, because the O is for sure. O-T-I. Oh, then, rioting. Yes, that's it. It's O-T-I and ring is R-I-N-G. That's a jewelry. Worn around nostril now and then. So every second letter O-T-I, we have rioting, which is a synonym of revolting indeed. Here, insults heartless boss behind tavern. A tavern is a bar. So behind must be like just after it. Bar insults heartless boss. Heartless boss is BS. Yeah, barbs. To barb is to insult. Heartless boss is BS. Boss without the heart, without the O and the S and the S in the center. That's behind, so after a word for tavern, which is bar. And here I suppose is bid. Side of beef I had shortly. Beef I had. Beef is a B. I'm not sure why. And I had is side of beef. Tender, to tender is to beat. I'm not sure why. And then B for side of beef. One of the sides of beef is a B. And then I had shortly is I'd. Good. Let's see here. This one should be easier now. Tastes casing of sausages. Eating enough. Tastes casing of sausages is a double S, as I had thought. And then eating enough. A 5-word for enough that has an M in the second place. Enough, tastes, samples, and enough is ample. Yes, that's it. Another word for enough is ample, like sufficient, a big amount. And samples are tastes, which is the casing of sausages, the double S. Eating, a word for enough, which is ample. Good. 2 more to go. Both lawyers' first interjection to unlawful riddle. Unlawful riddle must be, because of the words we have, an anagram of riddle. But riddle has 6 letters, our answer has 7, so lawyer's first interjection bored lawyer's first interjection to unlawful riddle. Riddle needs an R and another D, so bridled, but lawyer's first interjection is not a B. It's not an L because riddle doesn't mean anything. But unlawful riddle must be this, an anagram of riddle, and the other way around would be like dirtled, which makes no sense. So this is bridled, bored. I don't know. And what about this one? Decline party invitation despite initially circling back. I suppose it's dip, because despite in a party invitation despite has the initials PID, but we take that's initially and we circle it back. So instead of PID, it's DIP, and to dip is to decline. And we've completed the puzzle, but we have one more thing to do, which I am sure is about this. So maybe first interjection to lawyer. Oh yeah, this is drilled. Bored not in being annoyed or not having fun, but bored as in making a hole, as in drilling. So this is drilled because the first lawyer's first, which is an L, is an interjection to a lawful riddle. It's interjected. It's injected into the disorder of the word riddle. So we have drilled. And that's it. 11:19 for today's crossword. That's a better time than last time. And I enjoyed it a lot, as always.